Where's Coco? Coco! Coco! You can usually hear it on top. Anyhow, new bike build, undercover freshen, original tires. Look at these rims. I mean, it's perfectly straight. Ooh, beautiful. Radiator's perfectly straight. All original, not taken apart. Best way to do it. You got Arma Energy. They taste good. Are they still around?
I think so. Yeah.
They taste good.
It's the same people that own Milestone, I think, owns this company.
Oh, is it them? Okay, because I remember at Paulita, they would always do that. You know, they would hand them out for free. Got the tall seat on there. Extra cushion.
Psychic.
SEG. You heard of Psychic concept box? Oh, there's Coco. She came back. Were you out working out or something? Fine, boys. So we got the OEM blue seat. Not saying, you know, obviously that thrill seeker seat cover would look a lot nicer, maybe in the near future. But we'll get a regular seat on there, which is just smaller for Miss Wayne. And then we got these OEM plastics. So I'm thinking the minimum. Just put the OEM shrouds back on. OEM seat. You got the black tank regardless.
Go black behind it.
You think just keep it just blue? Well, we're gonna have blue hubs.
I like the blue.
You like the blue?
I like the original blue.
Yeah, the blue's good. And then we got these blue hubs. They'll be on the bike with the black rims. This is coming over. So just think of this whole rear end. Whole rear end's coming over.
Yeah,
so,
you gotta match blue with the blue wheel.
I think this should stay the same. Keep it. I like the new fender. I like the new panel. I like this new. I kind of think we should go with the blue rear fender just to give it a little more blue to kind of flow through. But I guess I could put it on. I mean, it's hard to tell until you see it, huh? Should I hold this real quick? Thanks, sir.
Yeah, all blue. You should definitely go all the way.
All blue?
Yeah, blue seat. Yeah, I like.
Blue is what we got right now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep this black.
Right.
Because the black this, it matches nicely.
Yeah, that would look cool.
One more thing I kind of wanted to point out. So we got these Chinese levers on here. I mean, they seem to do their job. I don't like them, obviously, but it's just so, yeah, I don't know. It could be a lot better pressure. I'm not saying it's that. So we're gonna try a different line. The stock Yamaha line is actually not bad. It's just steel braided, just, you know, again, when it gets hot, it gets better. Every little thing can always work. You know, I used to ride 1,000-hour bikes back when I was younger, and I was happy with them. But the better you can make your bike, I mean, the less work you got to do. And when you're pulling this lever, you know, 50 times an hour, it adds up on your arm pump. And if you have arm pump, that could be because of either your throttle system, could be your brakes just a little hard. It really should just be one finger, just barely. And that's what's nice about the progressive run of a Brembo. You can do different millimeter sizes on the master and get progressive pull. So, or not progressive, I shouldn't say, but a pull that's predictable. So, you know, just a little bit of movement can be a little bit and then a lot. Some masters are too big and they just get like on or off, on or off. So you want to get the right size where when you pull it in halfway, you're only using 50% of the brakes, and it's not too picky, we'll call it. You don't want picky brakes. You want just enough brake. That's what's nice about KTM. That's why everyone likes them, because they have that perfect ratio. So we're going to find out which the perfect ratio is for this bike with this larger Nissin caliper, because this thing's got some big pistons on it, which is nice. What better place to be than building a bike, especially a bargain rider's bike. You know, anybody can have a 10,000-hour bike and then go put 10 grand more into it. But what if you buy a bike for 2 grand, you put a couple grand into it, and it's reliable as can be, parts are cheap? That's what we're doing here. So Katie Wing, who works with us, and Joe Saman, they need a bike to ride, and I lost a bet in pool. I said, I'll build you a perfect bike, and we're not gonna stop building this thing till it's what they like. So we're really fortunate to have some really nice parts right now. And I thought we would throw this thing together just for fun, because these engines are bulletproof. They're not like a 450, I call them a 350. This thing's super light. They come with a titanium spring stock, come with a nice titanium foot pegs, but we're gonna replace a lot of parts anyhow. Keep the titanium spring, that's always nice if you can get them. They're $700 from Yamaha. Other companies are $500-600, but point is, we're gonna keep it as light as possible, keep it fun. So I'll kind of show you what we're gonna do here. So we got the 39mm FCRMX. This is version 2 in my opinion. Still has TPS and all that fun stuff, but we're gonna put the newest version with the better float bowl, 42.5 taper bore. Gets more power out of this beautiful titanium 5-valve overhead cam engine. It's already got the Dr. DirtBike DRD full system on there, which is awesome. This bike's not brand new, but it's darn close. What we got here? You know, we like to look for a few things. Obviously, radiators being perfectly straight. A little hard to tell right this second. I'll try to get some better photos. We're gonna replace the triple clamps with some applied 22mm offset. We've got some Grambro suspension. I'll show you just a quick peek. Pretty much just stock B-kit forks. Had Graham just do all his work that he does for anybody that rides for KYB. You know, he does all the internals, because the factory stuff is the same as these forks. So they don't go with the larger tube, they don't go with billet lugs, any of that. It's just a fancier version of this fork. So they'll put some DLC coated lower tubes, different coatings, which we both know, you know, doesn't do too much. I mean, stiction's a little bit and flex, but the flex on these characteristics are fine, good enough for us. Same with the rear shock. This is the titanium OEM spring, and then Grambro just went and did his magic. He's an awesome guy. Very knowledgeable. Every time I talk to him, it's mind-blowing. I love it.
The last time I swiped was when I was here. Last one. I was talking to this one chick.
Before and after? Huh? Sorry, Joe. I mean, what were you talking about? You were talking about tender?
Huh? Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're just, you know, I'm just playing with my axle over here.
It's alright.
Oh, I mean, let me see. Come over here real quick. Come over here. What are you showing me, dude?
What?
I mean, what are you looking at, man? She didn't even have a bio.
That's okay.
I don't think she needs one, does she?
No.
Okay. All right. See?
Too cool.
See? This is why we talk about things. I see problems with you dating that girl.
Good.
There's going to be a lot of days you're like, man, I'm not going to make it in today. Sick.
Jobs too, bro.
What?
She's gonna work.
Her job is working you, man. She don't got no job. All right. A little fun with some carburetors on the 06 yz450. Got the stock. This bike actually had the original tires on it, so nice and clean. Got the stock 39. We're gonna go to our larger 42.5 down to 41. It's got the new float bowl, the accelerator pump. And we're gonna eliminate some things. Do the things that we see necessary for this bike. There's obviously more upgrades we can do, but we're just trying to get the most amount of power on a bargain build. So, first, we're gonna eliminate the hot start. So this guy right here, you just don't need it. If you need a hot start, you can just open the throttle a quarter as you're kicking it. Same thing. All you do is pull this out, keep the plunger in there, because you want to block off the circuit. Keep this little brass piece in there with part of the spring so it gives it pressure. This little titanium plug, we saw it's titanium, doesn't rust. Looks trick, saves weight. Sorry, this ain't no quiet room. We've got shit to do today. Joe, Christmas Eve, we're over here working. Because we love the sport. We love the sport.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do what you gotta do. So, like so, nice and clean. I love it. Short throw choke, good to go. put a little fuel air screw in there. We're gonna put a bigger pilot in. We're gonna stay rich on the jetting because we're hard on bikes and we don't want to blow them up. So, new throttle system, nice black hoses. These are neoprene. They're a different material. They last longer. Good to go. All right, so we got this guy. As you can see, it has a spring that pushes back when you do that. That's the spring that reads the throttle roller, throttle shaft, whatever you want to call it. So many different scenarios you can call things. Anyhow, you can see that gap right there. So you're just going to tighten it right there. And when you twist the throttle, it engages that, sends spark or sends a code to the CDI to give it more spark, advance it. I don't think it's very advanced, you know, in this day and age, but it definitely helps. I'm sure somebody will comment and tell me how it really works, and that would be awesome because I just know it feels faster and it does stuff on dynos, and that's all I know. All right. So what we got going on here is the reverse linkage system. So this is something you get on version 3. Not all FCRMXs are the same, but you see, instead of it getting pulled, it pushes the actual accelerator pump pin down to the plunger. And this has got that huge squirter. And this is how Joe Simon in our other videos got this thing to squirt 10 feet, is because these new ones, they do their job and they squirt it right into the valve train and get you some really quick response, and that's why the O-ring mod is no longer needed, and it's kind of old news. Kind of does the same thing, but this is a lot different, and it's highly recommended with the new float bowl, and that's why this carb can handle 42.5 down to 41. It's actually a little bit larger than 41 on most of them. They're all a little different. They just get bored. I don't know why they're all different, but I've noticed that there's about 3 different scales of how large these things get. So don't be so worried about a 40 mil, 41 mil. As long as they're the bigger bore carb, that's where you're gonna get this huge power increase. All right. So, quite a noticeable difference. These are titanium, which are nice, but they are brittle. If you do crash, they just break off. Not a bad peg, but that's the reason why I don't think they're using them anymore. You got some nice steel ones. Nice wide 55 millimeter stance. Can't beat them. Great peg. All right, it's coming together. Ghetto fab. So we're gonna shrink the forks, but this, I think with the black tubes and the black lower tubes, guards I should say, and then black rims might be too much. So we're gonna keep some of this Kashima coating that they, you know, come from the factory with. And then these bolts that come with applied, I just not really a fan of, so we got some nicer bolts we're gonna throw on there. And then these right here, you don't really need to brake guides, and these things are pretty ugly. These white turn really bad really quick, so I'll show you what we're gonna do. All right, so the carrier has been vapor blasted. The top is stock. The top piece has not been vapor blasted, the plastic as well. That's why we didn't want to touch the pads and keep all that, but you can tell the bottom super clean, even the plastic. It just cleans it up so nice. This is our own vapor blaster we're testing. We're gonna be selling them. But for now, keep testing. As you can tell, it's quite a work of art. Even the plastic has been like mellowed out on all the scrapes and scratches. This is not a new piece. It was quite used, but it just cleaned off all the burrs, and even on the plastic, it's quite a difference from the top to the bottom. You know, the plastic, the cast aluminum,
Oh my gosh, completely.
Well, aren't you just a little model? All right, quite a few options out here. We got the stock Excels, brand new. Or we can run the Blueberry hubs, A60s. And you know, the company we have build these things here in California, they pretty much mimic the stock OEM hub and then just add support where it needs it. And it's straight 7076 block aluminum. And the guys that lace it are just top notch, you know, like you don't have to check the spokes. You may have to tighten them after you just hammer them, but like you get a stock set of wheels, you need to check those spokes like first ride or you're gonna bend the crap out of them. That's just me talking as somebody who's done it 5 or 6 times on brand new bikes. It's really sad. If you tighten them really hard, which I know you're not supposed to, they hold together pretty good, especially on Yamahas. But especially if you have like a KTM and you're worried about the hub snapping, it's worth, you know, that cheap security just to do it right the first time. Also, we got some factory connection suspension, which no complaints there. But Graham is just, he's the man. So if you can work with him, he's definitely the best option. We got the titanium spring here for this year. It's got the 18mm shaft. This is the 46mm body, I think, this year. Or maybe is it the 50mm? I don't remember. Pretty sure it's the 46. But it's got the 18mm shaft and the large bladder, which is what matters to me. I don't think we're fast enough to really notice a difference, but these forks are B-kit status. All internals have been done. You know, 12.5mm rod, 48mm outer tubes. The famous SSS. It's our favorite because they're very predictable. Makes you feel like a better rider, even when you know you're not at that level anymore. The SSS can definitely help you feel a certain type of way. All right, carbs installed. Big bore on this old Yammer hammer. Right down there, nice and clean. I mean, actually, if you can, put it right in there is best. It's good to throw a little zip tie right there. Get her down, feed her underneath. You don't want your bike catching on fire now. That's why they do this. Gets on the header pipe. If they didn't have these hoses, you got a little gas on your header pipe. It should get hot, ignite, problems, right? So, no problems. So there we go, like so. Nice clean hoses, they'll stay like that for a good 10 years. It's crazy how good they work, and you can tell it's a little tight. So this is why we include the new throttle system. And fits on there perfectly, nice and straight. Nice and clean. Hot cocoa. Did you have fun out there? Yeah. Here with Joe Simon's race bike. This is how Simon Racing. This is how they drill the hole. Oh, my bad, my bad. What would you call this bit?
How many should we do? 3?
Is it at least 3?
At least.
What the better? What is this? What is this? What is this? What do you call this?
Huh? This guy?
Yeah, what do you call it? What is it? The head packaging?
That's the little cone bit.
Cone bit?
The whole bit right there.
Whole bit. Man, what's the hesitation, man? Oh, the filter. You factory mechanic or something, sir? 3-hole performance? What do you think, Coco? Did you have fun? Did you have fun today? You're such a Happy girl. You're such a good used dog. Used dogs are the best. And bikes. Oh, I'm missing out on the fun, damn it. The hell, boy. You definitely want bigger. Oh, you're gonna go smaller. Each one. Sir. It's cleaner when you do it, yeah. Too big. It's definitely the cleanest way. Hold on, move your hand, man. I'm trying to show the one you did it right the first time. You did it right the first time, man.
God damn it.
But now, you gotta give it that bore. You gotta heat it up.
This one's fucking clean,
So
man.
now you gotta go larger with each one. Each one just goes bigger. The spacing's a little off, too. Could've been a little.
Oh, that's perfect. I was gonna go right here.
Oh, my bad. I'd say go down here.
Is it this one?
Yeah, just clean it up. Don't even go bigger. Yeah, so you just want to heat it up and just melt the plastic so it gives it that shine. Yeah, I would just go right here. Big as possible. Or bigger.
Really?
What'd you think?
Huh?
Or you want to go, because I don't want to look weird here. It'll go fucking Cyclops or something.
Oh, this would be good if they were both the same fucking size.
Yeah, but hey.
Retard.
But, you know, that's what's nice riding an 06. You know, these air boxes are about free. I bet we could find one on eBay for like $10 free shipping.